Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and we're doing a live deal review this morning. Monday morning, every Monday morning, 9 a.m. I'm trying to stick to the schedule and do some live deal reviews. So if you've got a property that you would like to talk about, like either buying or selling, vacant land in America kind of property, I might be able to pull up some data on it and have an opinion or two that might help or might not help. But I hope to learn from you, and maybe you can learn from me, and we can all learn from the audience. So that's the idea of this show. Because I love talking vacant land and doing vacant land deals. Why not talk about vacant land deals? I'll be giving away some land towards the end of this show. Just want to make sure this thing's actually started and going. That's why I look distracted. So I'll give some land away towards the end of the show. Whoever sticks around and answers just a basic question, I'll give some land away. Yeah, so I just wanted to start out on ruralvacantland.com. I'll pull up the website here for those guys that are just signing in. I'll give some land away towards the end of this show. And I'll start up the phones pretty soon. If you have some land that you want to review or talk about, I mean, put your phone number and something about the land into the chat box, and I'll try to keep up with it and give you a call and we'll talk about your land. So we're on ruralvacantland.com. These are the most recent ones that have been posted. So I'm just checking in from this weekend. I haven't seen all the different properties that have gone up. And it looks like some El Paso County, Texas. That's got to be Curtis, I'm guessing. He's been coming up with these El Paso County ones. Curtis, yeah, $8,000 for 1 acre in El Paso. I think these things are really easy to use. Yeah, this property is RV friendly. He's been selling those in that area pretty fast. And I think these are Curtis too. Curtis got a couple of these 40-acre properties in Navajo. I think these are north of the 40. So there's Interstate 40. And these are up north, $6,000 for 40 acres. I mean, that's pretty cheap. So he's got a couple of them to choose from. Some more El Paso. There's 1.75 acres in El Paso County, Texas. Kern County, $1,000. Let's take a look at that. California City. This is probably Willie. Yeah, Willie's got that one up there. $999 for basically a quarter acre. Wonder how far from Los Angeles that is. Probably an hour or something. So people are always asking for those properties. Kern County, $11,999 for 5 acres. Let's see what that is. Willie's got another one up there. Looks like it's on a road. 5 acres in Kern County. Get so many people asking for close to Los Angeles properties. North of Adelanto, mobile home okay here, $14,599. Aaron English, okay. So that's San Bernardino County. I've sold a bunch of properties in that area. That'll probably go pretty fast. A pair of side-by-side 2.5 acre parcels to combine the parcels to build. So the residential zone requires a density maximum of 1 dwelling per 5 acres. Okay, so you got to keep them together. I get it. He's got GPS coordinates in there. Where is this one? North Carolina. So I've had multiple people asking for the Carolinas recently, so we just got some up on the website. Anwar, okay, Anwar's coming through with some North Carolina. 1.4 acres, $12,000 or $11,997. Looks like a bunch of trees. He usually gets somebody out there to actually take pictures of it. Oh, I think we reviewed this property on a couple of shows ago. He was trying to decide if he should buy it or not. Looks like he bought it. Now he's selling the lots. Baldwin, Alabama. We're getting the country covered, guys. If you're just signing in, I'm going to give some land away later on in the show. I'm just getting started here. I'm looking at what's up on the website from this weekend, what just got posted. So it looks like Jason Lydiard put up $15,500 Baldwin, Alabama. Look at that. Is that the Gulf of Mexico right there? I think it is. Or it's a bay off the Gulf. I think that one's pretty close to the water. He knows that area pretty well. He fishes in the Gulf of Mexico a good deal. Here's 8,999, 20 acres in Navajo County. This one looks like it might have some bush on it. Chris Riviera. Cool. So those are the properties coming up on the website here just recently. If you have a property that you would like me to do a review on, whether you're thinking of buying it, you're thinking of selling it, or you've got it up for sale, it's vacant land in America, let's take a look at it. Let's see if we can learn from each other. Maybe I can learn from you, you can learn from me. I'm sure we can all learn from the audience if we pull these up and look at them. I've got a bunch of different databases we can get data out of and look at, maps and things, and try to figure out properties. Maybe I'll buy it from you, maybe I'll trade, maybe a partner, maybe, I don't know. Let's take a look at the things, see what we have. So here's a bunch of 1 acre ones coming up in Navajo County for $499. Who's putting those on the board? Let's see. Chris is putting up the 1 acres for 499 bucks. I just had a bunch of those up, almost sold out of those. So it's nice to see some more of them in stock. Some more Kern County, Navajo County, Arizona, more Navajo. There's a bunch of Navajos coming up recently. So let's take a look at the comments and see what we got. And then I'm going to hit the phones and call some of these deal review guys. A bunch of guys saying morning, hi. You need a haircut? I need a hair transplant. That's what I need. Shave it off and start over. I don't know. Trucking Crypto. Hello. Hi guys. Miss Little Brown Girl something tuning in. Thanks guys. Linda Mayfield. Good morning. Good morning. Off Grid in Arizona. Good morning. Morning all. Do you have any land with water on it? Do I have any land with water on it? Let's see. With water on it. Trying to think of a good example with water on it, like a stream or a pond or something. I mean, I can't think of one off the top of my head because the properties go through the website pretty fast. I think the best way to go look for a specific is to go dig through the website, look at the maps, look at the pictures, zoom in on it, go tour it yourself. I mean, I had a couple properties people say I can't use it because it's covered in water, and then I'm scratching my head because it's like in the desert. Isn't that where water is the most precious? And it's time to like do some permaculture action and take advantage of it. I don't know. Like there's always somebody that wants to use that property at the right price. And so I'm better at delivering the right price in my opinion, and you guys can figure out the use of it and the specifics. I mean, numerous times people have gone to my properties and they call me up and they, Luke, do you know there's a well on the property? Like, no, if I knew there was a well on the property I would have charged more for the property, but this is a price I'm already asking, so you're the first one there to get there and figure it out and find it. I mean, take off with it, run with it, even if you go sell it at some higher price. I mean, you'll probably just come back and buy more properties from me, right? We all win. Let's I'm not out there doing really specific tours of the property to know exactly what's there. So you got to go look at these things and figure it out if you want to know more specifics about it. Sorry, Thomas Jordan, that's not really the answer you're looking for when you're asking for properties with water on it. But as I see them, I'll make videos and try to point out what I have there. So probably the best way besides digging through the website is to watch the videos as they keep coming out about different properties. Rosa Maria Frizz, hi Luke. Any in Colorado? Yes, we've got on the website, if you just go to Colorado, let's pull up Colorado. In for sale, Colorado for sale, filter properties. It'll say what I've got in Colorado right now. Got a couple 35 acres in Hereford County, 5 acres in Castilla County, 35 acres in Hereford County, another 35 acres in Hereford County, I can't pronounce it, Saugatche County, Colorado, 35 acres, 78 acres in Los Animas County, Colorado, 1.5 acres in Castillo. There's Castilla, page 2. So there's some properties to choose from in Colorado. So whoever is just asking about property in Colorado, Christopher Shortest is asking about property in Colorado. There's a couple of them to choose from. There's $4,000 for some smaller ones in Teller County. Couple $4,000 properties. Some more 35-acre ones. So there's a bunch of Colorado to choose from, guys. Saying California, yeah, we can do the same thing with California. We could go look through the list, but if you go to the website, you can figure out the ones that are on there. I'm going to try to hit the phones here in a sec. Ed Mankis, what's up, Luke? Want to give a shout out from Burbank. Go Burbank. Got to get back to work. We'll watch it later, brother. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, it's recorded, so you guys can chime in later too. Watch it whenever you want. Thomas Jordan saying, no, like where I can build for drinking water. Oh, okay. So he's looking for drinking water on the property. You know, one of my favorite ones, I'm just going to digress for a second or two here, is in California. You're probably going to say, not California, but if you look at Mendocino County, California, for sale. I mean, we could do the same thing in multiple different places, but Mendocino is just the ones I'm thinking about right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of them here in Mendocino County. Each one of these has a water line to the property. So you could build a house in the woods, you know, $999 down, $100 a month, or $2,000 down, $200 a month, or yeah, a couple different price points. $399 a month for 30 months. You can get one of these properties in Mendocino County. In the trees, there's paved roads that go up to them. There's power lines. I believe there's power lines to all the lots. There's sewer lines to a lot of the lots, and some of them require a septic. So you could pick and choose if you want one that needs a septic system or a sewer line. And these neighborhoods, it's not like you're right next to the house next door. There's a whole bunch of nature in between. They saved a whole bunch of land to break up this neighborhood and make it more like you're living in the middle of nowhere. And there's a little town 5-10 minutes away, so you can jet out of here to the school or to the grocery store or the library or whatever you're trying to get it to, bank, post office stuff, without going forever. And you're still living in the woods with water line, power line, sewer line for a lot of them, or septic system. And there's just a bunch of nature, you know, deer and wildlife all over the place in the woods. There's big redwood trees too. So in these pictures, I got a bunch of real pictures off of this because I just had a guy cut some brush, cut branches back on a bunch of these properties. So a lot of these are real actual property pictures, not just Google Street View pictures. So take a look at those. That might fit your bill. And then so that was for Thomas Jordan. And then comments are going by. Yeah, so someone was saying, I remember a video where Luke said he took, yeah, Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and what's BCH? The other Bitcoin, the Bitcoin half or something. Don't know if that's still true. I hope it is though. Yeah, I'll take cryptocurrencies. I love that. Alternative currencies, alt currencies, I think is a better way to call them. I think the beautiful thing about alt currencies, this is coming from a merchant standpoint. Maybe it's not such a great thing for the buyer, but from a merchant standpoint, is that there's no chargebacks. I don't know why more stores don't take alt currencies. Not that I have a chargeback problem with people paying for land with a credit card, but it's still land, right? It's like I deed it over, and it's a mess if they go back and and get their money back from their credit card company later on. So I try to keep everybody as happy as I possible, darn well can. I don't ever want anyone doing a chargeback on me. Please call me if you ever have a problem. I'll figure it out, settle something. But with the alternate currencies as a merchant, someone buys something, it's paid for, it's done. They can't come back and say, "Oh, I changed my mind later on." So I think, yeah, why wouldn't I take those? That's awesome. And the transaction cost is like zero to go from them to me. There's no middlemen people. I think is a sweet part about it too. Cut out the bankers. So of course nobody's out there promoting that stuff because there's no middlemen to clip some coin in between. The company I use to process cards now, I mean, I'm paying almost 3%, right around 3% on the transactions. So when you're paying with a credit card, I'm losing about 3% between you and me, just making it easy to take credit cards and debit cards. I still think it's worth it because it's hard for me to keep track of everyone saying, "Oh yeah, I'm mailing a check and I'm mailing a cashier's check and it's the wire's on the way," and I'm like, okay, should it still be for sale on the website? Should I take it down? Because a lot of people say they're going to buy them and then the thing's in the mail and it never shows up, and they change their mind somewhere along the way, and I've got the thing taken down and somebody else wants to buy it, and it just makes a mess. So I think it's a lot easier to have them on the website. If it's for sale, it's for sale. If it's not, it's not. Okay, let's jump into calls because one of the guys got a specific timeline. William Goldberg, he's got let's see if we can get him going here. I get sidetracked. Let me bump up the volume. See if we get him here. So it seems to be working. Hopefully you guys can hear him too.
This is Willie.
Willie, it's Luke. Hey, thanks for taking the call.
Hey, Luke. Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Again.
So I was yammering on about different things, land and stuff, but I said I'd give you a call and about your land. You've got one in Kern County. Let me see if I can pull that up. It's I see a couple of them popping up on the website in Kern County from you.
Yeah, so I'm getting a few in the area. I'm getting should be closing in on probably 6 to 8 in Kern over the next couple weeks, and then I've got a bunch in LA County as well coming in the pipeline.
Yes, Los Angeles County, Kern County. That's like your marketplace. They just keep happening.
Had a nice successful mailer there. So properties are coming in. I sent one in San Bern, but so far I got a 0 on that. But we'll waiting to see what comes through on that.
I think there's getting to be more competition in San Bernardino County.
Yeah, I've been noticing there's a bunch of land dealers out there, and yeah, so LA County and Kern have been good to me recently.
Can I ask you about? I don't know what you want to share and what you don't, but can I ask you about pulling deeds in Los Angeles County? Because I've always had, maybe it's just the property or the deals that I got into is hard to like get historical deeds. Basically, got to go to the courthouse or something. Some of the ones that I got into.
Yeah, for that, I've been able to pull some at Agent Pro.
Good.
Just getting the vesting deeds there, but a lot of times I've been getting them from the sellers. Otherwise, I use a title company. When I can't find them there, I use a title company and they just give it to me right away. So the property that I sent you today, I've used them. This is my fourth time using them.
Good.
And so they're pretty helpful with me because I've given them service in the past. So they just I'm pretty sure if anyone just asked them, I could give you their information, their customer service. But they usually just give the deed to me right away. So it's pretty convenient.
Nice. That's a good way to get the hookup.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine going into the records office trying to park and get in and out of there and traffic and everything. It'd be ridiculous.
Los Angeles County's they're kind of tricky. I mean, they're often hard to get a hold of, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get recorded, and they're pretty stringent on their recording standards.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, what I would expect from LA County compared to like a San Bernardino County. But
yeah, San Bernardino
yeah,
County
they've been good to
does.
me so far.
San Bernardino County does. They've been stringent on a couple weird things with me in the past. Like at the bottom of the page, they want the some old law or something. They want the address of who the taxes are supposed to go to, like at the bottom of the first page. Like,
yeah.
Really?
Nobody. The same thing. Yeah.
Nobody else wants that. Yeah.
I think it might just be a California thing.
I don't think it's even California, because I've done a bunch of other counties. Just San Bernardino County, yeah. So they oftentimes they'll like put a rubber stamp at the bottom of the page, and then it says "see the top of the page" for the address.
Yeah.
So I just started adding that to my San Bernardino deeds. People ask me about it. It's like, why is this on there? It's like, oh, it's just some old retarded law. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll send it back. I'm a little nervous because I got a bunch of deeds getting sent to the Kern County Recorder. I haven't worked with them recently in the past. You said they're a little bit strict, so I've got like 15,000 outstanding and no deeds recorded yet. So it's just a waiting game.
Yeah,
it's a little mental game too.
My experience with Kern is, I mean, it works just fine. It's just delayed. There's like a big time gap between going from the recorder's office to the assessor's office in the deed, and then them, if there's a problem, if there's a question, it's not usually a problem, it's a question of something that's just paperwork fixable, but they'll send you a letter, and the letter is like months and months later after you've got it recorded, and they'll send the letter to whoever I bought the property from or whoever I sold it to, and they're freaking out going, what is this, and it's like, oh, I didn't, the paperwork needs to be changed this way or that way for whatever specific thing that they found. And then I'll go change it, fix it. It's just like some more signatures, hand it back in. And then like months go by before you get an answer or before you get anything out of them. And then in that time frame, they'll often send like more letters. Like you get letters from them that stuff's wrong. And I've been in the problem of I couldn't figure out if that letter is from the first mistake or did I make a mistake on fixing the mistake, and then I've refixed my mistake a couple times. So gone into a death spiral of time, like fixing stuff that doesn't need to be fixed, and driving the buyer or the seller of the land crazy with the paperwork. So you just gotta be careful with the timeline. They're horrible at answering the phone. The assessor's office over there. You just gotta call them like 20 times a day until they actually pick up, because they don't ever call you back.
I wish they had a lot of e-recording. It would be so much easier.
Yeah, I applied for it.
California's a little tricky.
Yeah, I got turned down on e-recording on a bunch of California ones because I'm not a proper licensed title shop.
You took that title course though.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but I don't have the insurance. The insurance licensing stuff the California state wants you to have, and then so I can't do e-recording. You can still get stuff recorded, you just can't do it electronically. So I don't know if that would even help, because it's the assessor's office. So the recorder's office, I mean, it goes through there right quick and they send it right back to you or to whoever you sold the property to or whatever. But the assessor's office is slow. So let's talk about the property you've got here.
Sure.
11,990, 1.69 acres. What's really cool about this property? So has it got like views or access, or what's the cool thing? It looks like a great view. I'm looking at a picture. It looks like a good view. You still there, Willie?
It's
okay.
It's and it's under 2 hours from Los Angeles, so could be a good spot for a a weekend getaway for if you live out in Los Angeles.
Okay, I missed some of what you said. Something about, and then you said it's close to Los Angeles. So what did you say before you were talking about the distance to Los Angeles?
Sorry, it's in this corner lot. It's right on the corner, right off of a paved road, and it has water and electricity.
Water and electricity. Wow. So like so city water or like.
Yeah, so it's city water. You gotta throw in a meter, but you should be good to go if you want to build a house. And if you take a look at the street view, which they have right near the property, it's you can see the houses in the area, and they're pretty nice houses.
Okay.
It's like a pretty decent community. Just based on surrounding houses. So I mean, you could kind of build something similar to what they have, and I spoke to a realtor. I spoke to several realtors just to firm up pricing. I usually don't do that, but I wanted to see if they could send me some closed comps. And there's not too many that are great fits, but there were some in the area that were around similar size, location, for over 20, and then even higher than that. And one realtor suggested that listed at 65,000, but and see what the market does, see who bites. But I guess that's not really why me and you are really in business. We're kind of looking to wholesale these things, sell them at good prices, and not squeeze the profits out of every deal. So I've kind of priced it what I think is very competitively. It comes with title insurance. Like I said, it just closed on this property last week.
Okay.
North Edwards.
Taxes like $123 a year. There looks like there's a school a couple blocks away. I think that's an elementary school, maybe.
That's probably right. It seems like there's over 1,000 people in that little area. I mean, you can see there's like 3 sections of houses there. I'm assuming that there must be an elementary school. There's probably something close by there. I think it's a decent community.
Okay, sounds like a nice lot. Can't believe there's water. A lot of these lots.
Yeah.
Someone was just asking in the chat about lots with water. So it's nice to see more properties showing up on the website with water. It's good. Thank you.
Yeah, so you don't got to dig a well. You can you just got to put in a meter, work with the city on that, and get that set up. And this is the only lot that I have that has water service. So there's obviously a premium aspect to that. It's within those city limits, so it does have that water service.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank you, Willie. I think I'll try to skip on to the next call.
Okay, that sounds great.
Same time next week.
Thanks for having me out again.
Yeah.
I'm
thanks.
around.
Thanks for bringing up.
I'm joining.
Thanks for bringing up the cheap land.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Bye. Okay, so that was Willie, and he's got that property up on the website, $11,990, and if you keep watching, I'll do a couple more calls, call up some of these other guys, and we'll go through some more properties. So if you like that one, I'll add a link below for the replay of the video, but you can find it on the website under Kern County, ruralvacantland.com. Go to Kern County, and it's 1.69 acres, got water. So let's see what else we got. Got Aaron English. He's got a property. Let's see if we can get him on the line. I think I got the right number. See if I can bump up the volume here. Can you guys hear me?
Like it breaks up really bad, man. I can barely understand.
Let's try to get a better connection. See if this works. Good bad audio, guys. I'll try if I can get them. It might be better.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Aaron. Does that sound better?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay, good.
Much better.
Technical difficulties. I'm running too much stuff on the internet, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You doing a YouTube live video right now?
Yeah, thanks for coming on live. You're live, and we were just talking to Willie about one property. We're talking about a couple other properties on the website, and I've got your name and number in the queue, and I don't have anything about what property you want to talk about. So if you have a specific property you could pull up, or maybe we'll start with an introduction. This is the first time you've been on the show.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this
Well, I'm Aaron with Vacant Land Guys. Just me and my wife. We're like a husband and wife team. We try to find cheap properties and sell them low retail or close to wholesale. Well, that's kind of what we do. And then, I got a little nursery business on the side. Trying to do 2 businesses right now, so we're super busy with. I got a.
That's why you said you're out cutting trees the other day.
Yeah, I'm shipping trees right now. It's our peak season. Everybody's buying stuff, so
Good.
we sell a lot of Japanese maples and.
Neat. I got your website pulled up. You just updated this, huh? Like the last month or two, or?
Yeah, we've been working on it. We switched over to WooCommerce and just put in some new features like search bars and make it easier for everybody to find stuff on here.
That's great. Some nice pictures on there.
Yeah, I got a lot of nice stuff going on there. But I did have this one property in mind, 5 acres in Goldendale, Washington. I've just been sitting on it for a while, and I'm just trying to move it. Keep dropping the price. But it does have an issue with access to it, so that's why it probably hasn't moved. So anybody can figure out how to get access to this thing, I'll give them a deal. Right now it's like $18,000, but I'll drop it down to $15K. And the comps in the area are like 30 to 40. This issue is this. So there's an old dirt road that goes to the parcel, but apparently it was never recorded as easement, so there's no legal access to this property right now. So we just haven't looked into finding access to it because that's beyond the scope of what we do. We're just going to keep dropping the price till somebody buys it, and they can figure it out. Talk to the neighbors or figure out another way to get access to it. That'd be the way to do it. But your instant equity is going to be at least $20K as it is right now. I have been to this property. And there's just gantry all over it. It's a beautiful parcel. You can see, I think it's 2 mountains in there. Yeah, I could see, I think it was Mount Adams and Mount Hood, kind of through the trees. So it's got some beautiful views, and it's right up on this ridge, and it overlooks this valley. So if you took down a few trees or built like a 2-story house, you would have just an incredible view. And just down the valley, there's the little Quick Cat River, but it's fenced off, so you have to talk to the neighbors so you can walk on it. 3 sides of the property are fenced. The neighbors fenced. So that, but we came into the east side. Yeah, we weren't supposed to do that, but we didn't know. We just assumed there was no road, and then we got a letter from one of the neighbors that, hey, that's my property. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. So we haven't talked to any of the neighbors, so we're just trying to figure that out, and we want to take that on, maybe buy some easement from them or something. But we're willing to drop it down another $3,000 to $15K. It's 5 acres. They'll get that on our website, and we got pictures of the property. We've actually it's pretty cool in that area. Is there any other properties you wanted me to showcase or talk about?
No, I think this is This looks like a beautiful property, just about figuring out access. So I had one kind of like this weekend. I was trying to figure out access on in a different county, but maybe we can goof around with this a little bit if you got a chance. Can you?
Sure.
Just want to see if we can figure out access.
Yeah, I got it pulled up on my website.
What I'm thinking of doing is opening up Agent Pro 24/7 or Title Pro, whatever you got. I got Agent Pro and Title Pro. I was going to do Agent Pro because I got more money in that account, I think, than the other one right now. And we got there's an ID number. There's APN. APN and ID are the same? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're the same.
So I'm going to put the APN number in there. They have these reports you can pull that come up with, it's just a shortcut. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways to get, what the heck county is this? K something? Kitticat? Cliticat. Okay, I've never done business there. But through the power of the internet, we might be able to find something. Great. So it's not coming up under that APN number, so it's some other format. I'm just going to put Smith in there, and oh, come on, there's got to be somebody in that county with the name Smith.
Yeah, it's the most common name in the U.S., I think.
What the heck? Jones?
Yeah, I'm here on Title Pro. I was able to pull it on Title Pro, it looks like.
What APN are you using?
The same one. It's 0416-013-4001-400.
It's spinning its wheels this time. Might be going goofy because I'm running so much through the internet at the same time. Hopefully doing all this doesn't crash the live feed.
Oh, man.
But what I'm trying to do,
I'm looking at.
what I'm trying to do is pull the property report. Part of that property report, it pulls the plat map. And so if we pull the plat map and we look at the plat map, we might be able to see if there's any easements written around the area, or what a parent property might look like. A parent property, I mean, by what property this one came from. Like if it was split off of some previous property, like let's say this is lot B of A and B or something, right? We could go look at the deeds on property A, or where it came from. If we could go back far enough, we can look at when it was split off. It might say something in there about access. They have access this way, that way, or they don't have access. Like I had one that talked about that, like it gave access to family members only going through this road to my property, and not to the public or not to anybody else. And so I bought the property and then found out about that later from the parent property's deeds. This isn't coming up on Agent Pro, so let me just log out, log back in. Have you ever pulled up a plat map on this property? Still there? Aaron? I think I lost Aaron, guys. Okay, so Aaron's. I've lost Aaron. I might be able to get him back on here as we're going, but let me keep looking at, see if I can pull up a deed, because I think it'd be kind of entertaining. If you guys saw how to figure out access. So what I do on some of these properties, trying to figure out access, so what I was trying to explain is that, okay, now it's starting to come up. Look, it comes up under vacant guys. Vacant's probably supposed to be vacant land guys. And then I'm going to pull one of their reports. They charge money for this, but it's, you know, still going to pull it. And we'll see what we get. We'll see if they got a plat map in there. The other way I could do it is I could call the county, I call the recorder, I could order a plat map and be on the phone and blah, 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 blah. But this data set, sometimes I could just get it. And it's not coming up here. Yeah, they don't have the plat maps in this county. So some counties they have them, sometimes they don't. You basically have to pay to see what you get. So it's going to be harder. You have to call the county and figure it out, the county, to get plat maps. But sometimes the plat maps will have easements in them. You know, they'll have the easements drawn in or not. And if they're not drawn in the maps, you can find them in the deeds. If you go look through neighbors' deeds, your deeds and neighbors' deeds, you might be able to find them there as well. See if he's coming on.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, I'm having clicking buttons. So I think I'm doing too much stuff on my internet connection at the same time, and it's killing things. So I pulled up the report on that property from Agent Pro, Title Pro, you know, Black Knight's data, and they don't have the plat maps. So it'd probably be a longer project than I want to do on the live video. But I thought we could, if we get plat maps, we might be able to see easements or lack of easements. And then the next step would be to go look at deeds and go look at like the recorded history of the properties around it. And I've done it in like 360 degrees on different properties, trying to figure out access to them and just going back in the deeds as far as you can. And this county is probably rural enough that you're probably going to be on the phone with like the assessor asking about record numbers going back in time, and then going to the recorder and giving them the record numbers and ordering all those records. I don't know if the county does like pay over the phone or email or mail or send a check or what, but basically order the stuff and do it. So if there's a local person that's there that like knows people in the area, this is their deal. This is, you know, they can walk away with a sweet deal. They can look at this. They could go to the county. They could go to the recorder's office and the assessor's office are probably in the same building, and they could walk back and forth, and they could look at the different records there and see if they see something in the records that one of the neighbors might have an easement or a route to get in and out of there. And if not, they could talk to the neighbors and try to find a route in and out of there that's amicable to everybody, whether it's paying them or building them a driveway. You know, your new driveway is also their driveway. Sometimes people like that because you improve the value of their property. Maybe you're drilling a well and you want to share it with the neighbor. Maybe, you know, who knows what. You could be the snowplow guy for them for the next 20 years or something. Some kind of horse trading to figure out access to the property. So I think it just takes that entrepreneurial person to dig in there and look at the paperwork and talk to the neighbors and figure it out. So that's probably the angle on that one. And run with it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, it's a great deal. If something just something out. I mean, a lot of equity there. It's a beautiful parcel.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Have you tried? You said you haven't talked to the neighbors, but maybe try sending letters to neighbors too. See if they want to buy it.
Yeah, I could do that.
It's always an angle as well.
Yeah, that might be the next move. If I don't move it here in the next month or so.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for pointing this one out, and maybe we can do it again next week.
Sure. Yeah, give me a call. I'm here, so appreciate it.
I wonder if anyone in the comments has anything to say about this property. Gene R is saying, "Can you hear me now?" Thanks, Gene. He's joking around. Jason L is saying, "It took me 3 months, but I got access to a piece of land that had no access. I had to write a letter to all neighbors, paid $200 for access, increased property by $8,000. Nice. $200 to get access." There's a bunch of different comments in there trying to keep up. So thanks, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for listening in. Thanks, Aaron, for coming on and showing us this property. Sounds like you got a great deal for somebody that's got the boots on the ground to go figure it out and run with it, to see a couple mountains and a bunch of trees and just have fun with it. And I think I'm gonna skip on to the next call. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Luke.
Thanks. Okay, let's see who we got up next. I got Jason L, who's just chiming in the chat. Let's see if I can get Jason on the phone. See if the phone works this time. I might have to invest in some better equipment. See if he answers the phone. I think I got a property. See if I can pull up the property he's asking about.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Jason. Thanks for answering the call. You're on live. So I think you've been on the last 3 weeks in a row or something. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, this call was supposed to go to Trevor.
Was it? Okay.
My
I got
business partner.
Let me see if I can add him on. See if I can do that.
He's actually. I was just about to head out. Do you? I can't finish the call. Can you possibly call him?
Yeah.
Should be in your email. The 850
sure.
number.
I see it here. I'll call that one. Thank you.
You got it.
Talk to you later. So let's get Trevor. Just a sec, guys. Let's see if we get Trevor.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Trevor. Thanks for answering the call.
No worries. I was laughing at Jason there a little bit.
Yeah. So we got is that Jason in the background?
No, I think there's a little lag, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably got to turn the YouTube down or off because it'll loop through. So a couple properties pulled up. These aren't the right ones. I started pulling it up, but I killed it. Let me pull it back up. Let's see what you got. How about an introduction? Where are you at? Where are you at in the world? Where are you calling from?
The Panhandle area. So Jason and I have been kind of combing Florida together. He's down in the southern part. I'm up in just outside of Pensacola area. And
okay.
I've been working mainly Florida, but we've got some stuff throughout the U.S. But the south is kind of our area.
Good deal. So I got the wrong link in there for you. I kept pulling up the link to my list of who to call. But I know what property you're talking about, Baldwin County. We were just looking at it here at the beginning of the show. I just saw that this one had shown up on the website. And so you guys got this one. You guys have been sending picture people out on a lot of these properties. Did you actually get some real pictures of it? Or
well, some of them.
This one?
So this one here you're looking at is 1 acre, and that one is That's Street View. I mean, I live about an hour from these.
Okay.
So eventually, either me or I'll get somebody to go out there and take some real pictures. But I always find it helps if you can get it, you know.
Yeah. Looks like a bunch of trees there. Looks like it's got really good 3D. Looks like there might be a creek back there, huh? Back in the woods.
Yeah, there is. And, you know, for anybody looking to buy land here in the Panhandle, anytime you get property kind of near a creek, you always want to check it for not only flood zone, but wetlands is a big deal down here.
Okay.
This property you have up doesn't have any of either. So, but
that's good.
It's always good to check.
Yeah. I always think you're buying the swamp. So what's the water right near here? This isn't the Gulf of Mexico. It's too brown. That's like a bay or something?
Yeah, it's Mobile Bay.
Mobile
so
Bay.
If you back out, well, I know you're just looking at the pictures, but
yeah, when I pull up the map,
that property is.
When I pull up the map, it kills the quality of the video. But I'll try
okay,
it
there
for
you
a
go.
sec.
So I mean, right there, it's right across the bay from Mobile. So that whole area, all of Baldwin County is growing pretty rapidly because there's a lot going on in Mobile. They got Austral shipbuilding, Airbus. You know, they build airplanes. They just built a factory there. They do all kinds of aircraft stuff. They got pretty big hospital, colleges and stuff. So I mean, that whole area is. Especially south of I-10, Daphne, Fairhope, it goes down all the way to Orange Beach, which a lot of people don't know. But I mean, there's white sandy beaches down there. It's just like Pensacola Beach, but less touristy, in my opinion.
Is it the 10? What's right? Yeah, the 10 goes right across there. I've driven through there, but
Yep.
I've never driven down the side of the bay here.
Yep. Yeah, so that's I-10. You probably saw the big battleship parked off the south side of I-10. It's a really cool museum.
Yeah. You just see all
that whole area.
So can you like jump in your boat right there and go fishing?
Yeah, there's spots along the shore there where you can do that. I was driving across the Bay Bridge there 2 days ago, and there was a guy in a seaplane like 50 feet off the water next to me, cruising down the water. It's pretty. But yeah, there's all kinds of fishing on both sides of the bay there.
I bet. But I meant like boat launches and docks, and because it's not like ocean waves coming in. It's like docks, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So then you can gun down the bay out into the Gulf if you wanted to, because that's like there's got to be a channel there with the big ships and the oil rigs and everything in the bay.
Yeah, there is. Like I said, they build Austral Shipping builds a lot of the Navy ships, like the ones that are about 300 feet. They don't build like aircraft carriers or anything, but they build they build some pretty big ships. And they get them in and out of there.
Good. I'm gonna take the map down because it screws up the quality of the video stream. But that's pretty neat. So what's the story? $15,500, and you checked out zoning?
Yeah, this one's zoned residential. So this one here, it's actually the two lots side by side, about an acre, at the end of Warren Drive. And if you were to look at it, if you were able to zoom in there, it's basically at the end of the paved road. So I think this particular property is a bit of an older neighborhood, but like I'm saying, that whole area around it is it's definitely it's growing, and there's if you run comps in that area, I mean, basically for a half acre, you're looking at 15 grand, 12 to 15 grand for a half acre in there, but obviously, we're in the business of getting them at discounted prices. So
yeah. So I see a power line there. There's probably water, sewer, stuff like that, right? Or what's the?
Yeah, there is. There's city utilities here for this particular lot. And we actually have there's this one here that we actually have, and there's one that we're working on that's down in Gulf Shores south of this one that's much closer to the water as well. So we have two. It's a smaller lot, but this one here is zoned just residential, and that one to the south is zoned short-term residential. So the lady at the county said you could put it's close enough. Square feet or small, and the short-term there that you have up is residential.
Sorry, Trevor, you broke up. Can you say that one more time? The lady down at the county said.
Yeah, so like I said, we're working on two. This one here and another one. And the other one this particular one you have pulled up is zoned residential. And the other one is short-term residential, which means the lady at the county told us we could put a smaller house on it and short-term rent it, like VRBO and stuff. And it's close to the water. It's down in Gulf Shores. So,
Nice.
But this one you have up here is residential.
Okay. That's pretty neat. I like that we're getting properties on the website that are, in areas that I have no experience in. That's the power of the internet, right? You cover more area, and
Yeah.
so I'm sure there's someone out there that likes these kinds of properties, these kinds of prices. If you go look at the prices, like you said, the singles like this are about the price of your package of two of them. I think that's pretty cool.
And I made a little video. I put it on the Full Vacant Land, and kind of like you're saying, it's not very rural, but it is vacant in its land. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great. There's I just love how green it is down there. It's super green.
yeah,
That's
not much in the way of winter down by the bay.
Yeah. Bet you could grow just about anything down there, garden wise.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing, the whole, if you live anywhere here in Florida, obviously hurricanes the only thing you have to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily, they don't come very often.
Yeah. That'll mess up your garden.
Yes, it will.
The tomatoes go flying off, hit your window. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, that's cool. Thank you. Thanks for presenting that one.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
coming
Luke.
on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, see you.
So I think we've got all the callers that had sent in properties ahead of time. So if we've got anybody that's like in the live feed that's interested in reviewing a property, I'd love to hear about it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to give away some land. Whoever's been paying attention and can answer questions. I was looking at the list of people I've given land away to, and we're on, I think it's 16. And out of that, I think 2 people didn't actually give me what they want to have the land titled into. I'm still going back and forth with them, but I think I got enough information out of everybody else. Maybe a couple people didn't give me mailing address information to get the taxes into, but I think I can still get the land into their name. And so I'm doing that paperwork. I'm sorry I'm so slow on pulling those off. I want to make videos about the properties that I'm giving away, like present them, like, here you go, thank you for listening, thanks for winning this property, and this is the property, here's the map, here's the location, here's the size, here's what's good about it, here's how to get there, all that kind of stuff. So I haven't got there yet, but I watch for that coming up, not too distant future. And so let me just check the comments, see if I missed any of them, but I think we got it covered. I just want to say thanks everybody that's been listening in, hanging out. Hopefully you learned something today. maybe I can figure out how to get more information flying so I can do more maps and pulling reports on these things live and do stuff like figuring out access or calling the county in future ones. I want to do that. Lonely Prepper Homestead is saying, can you do a street view at the end of the street? Yeah, let's do a street view. Let's see if we can do that without crashing the feed. So just bear with me if the feed crashes. I'll start it back up and give land away. Yeah, saying love land in Florida. Nice work, Luke. Thanks, guys. That would be awesome videos. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Because they're doing like 3D here, so it's really data consuming that Google's doing. It's awesome Google's doing that. They're doing it in more and more locations, but it really kills the, yeah, all my green colors go to yellow, and hopefully they don't go into red on the live feed. So we're watching this. Looks like we got trash service. There's a power line. So here's a tree right at the end of the street. Neighbor's got a picnic table in the front lawn. Looks like there's stormwater catchment right there at the end of the street. I think this is where you'd put in a driveway, or this might be the rest of the driveway here. It just never got fully built. So just be a private drive just going right into the property with a power pole right here with a, I think it had a transformer on it looking back. It's a neighboring house here. And so I think it starts right here and goes 2 properties in. If we went back to the map, it might be a little further over. But look at that. It's just it's thick. You need a machete, a chainsaw to get in there, make it happen. Brush chipper. Start your garden with some back to Eden gardening. Just grind that stuff up and use it as compost on the top. Man, I'd want to save this tree though. This tree looks like an awesome tree. Let the kids build a fort in that one. It's probably not your tree, but looks like they just left that tree instead of continuing the street on. There's a little chair under the tree. You could sit there and wait for the school bus. There's a neighbor. Just looks like a nice down home feeling of an area where people would be friendly. Warren Drive. So yeah, there's power pole right there. Look, there's an old for sale sign. And then the property, they probably had it for sale some crazy number, but it's ready to go now. People gave up on the crazy numbers. Now it's ready to go. So look at that. Just back in there somewhere is a stream. So it's at the end of the street, power, water, sewer, and a stream right behind the property. For how much was it? $15,500. Sounds pretty good. The roads right there, big town, not very far away. So thanks for posting that one. Yeah, someone's saying love the tree. Exactly, right? Nice big tree. So the I gotta ask a question about something to give the land away. So where did I start off? We started off the video talking about what was on the website and looking at the ones that were coming up on the listings. And so I think if I can answer a question about that, see if I can come up with a question about the ones that were on the website. Who has the most recent property posted on the website? I was talking earlier in the video about who had that property posted. It's a guy's name, starts with a C, and whoever put that one up, he put the first couple, 3 of them, the last couple, 3 of them up on the website. But if you went to listings and what's up for sale, like the most recent stuff posted, whoever can come up with that, who has not won before. I got my list of who won before right here, and who it doesn't work with me, for me in some regard. I'll go for it. Someone's saying William Curtis. Who's this? The Healthier Way of Living by Talia, says Curtis. Curtis got Curtis. So Curtis is the first one. Let me just make sure before I totally say that. So we can click on this one acre in El Paso County, Texas. I'm darn sure it's Curtis. And the first person to say it was The Healthier Way of Living by Talia. So I don't know why that's not loading. I'm sure it's Curtis. So Healthier Way of Living. You Win the Property. Yeah, so Curtis is the one that posted that property. So The Healthier Way of Living by Telia. I gotta write that down. You Win the Property. To get the property, sorry, why'd you have to have such a long name? Okay, so email Gillian, Gilian, at ruralvacantland.com. Your information. I need your name, like the actual name that you want on the deed, not your username stuff. I mean, send your YouTube username too, but the actual name title that you want to own the property in. This is a name that you can sign off to sell the property later on or mortgage it or whatever you want to do with it. It's like a name that you can have a photo ID and that you can sign for, whether it's a trust or a company that you work for or you're part of or you're owner or operator of, or your personal name that you're signing off in. So that's the title of the property. A mailing address that the future taxes of the property can go to. So yeah, the properties come with a tax bill. Vacant land in the U.S. has a tax bill, and so you can probably sell the property before you ever have to pay a tax, or have me sell it. If you want me to sell it, I charge you 50% of the profits. I'll go market the thing and probably get it sold for you at a good price. That makes sense compared to the cost that I'm getting these properties for you at. And then or you can keep it, run with it, give it to your kids, give it to a church or charity or whoever you want. But if you want me to sell it, I'll charge 50% of the profits. If you want to go sell it on your own, you can post it on Craigslist or Zillow or Trulia or Let Go or all kinds of social media, wherever. Post a property up there without paying anything. You could probably get it sold doing that too, just figuring out what kind of price to sell it at. So we need an address for those taxes to go to. And then a telephone number would be nice too, so I can get in touch with you about the logistics of pulling this off. And your email address. So if you're emailing this, I should have your email address and the YouTube username. So it'd be great. Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks for everyone else that's won in the past. I gotta try to keep up a whole bunch of phone calls. And some different comments are going by here, and people are guessing different names. And thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening. A couple guys saying congratulations and good job. Yeah, to the long name winner, congrats. I'm out. Bye. Yup. See you guys. And Lonely Prepper Homestead says, I'm confused. I wonder why he's confused. So let me go back. So last thing he was saying is, Luke, can you do a street view of the end of the street? Yeah, I did that. And then so I started giving the land away. El Paso County, and The Healthier Way of Living by Telia was the first one that named the person that put that first property, the most recent property up for sale on the website. It was the first one we started talking about in today's video. So I'm not sure why he's confused, but I think we got that. Oh, what the person said who won. Yeah, it said Curtis. So she put in, or he put in Curtis, and that was the name of the person who posted the property. It's here, Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S, Curtis. So hopefully that makes sense. So thank you everybody that's been listening, watching, commenting. I have a lot of fun doing this. I have fun talking about properties, right? And so if you could come up with properties that you're shopping, you're looking at, you're curious about, you want to know more about, I mean, just vacant land in general, like what's going on with this property, let's try to figure it out. Let's chime in next Monday at 9 a.m. I'll keep making these videos, and I'll get you on the phone live. I mean, I'll dial you up and start talking, asking questions, and see what we can come up with. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you guys later.